Well, this is the place. Presently, caladium beds. I love them. I love caladiums. That bed's not that great. This bed is better. I got a cute little bed over there coming up. And I just got a whole bunch new bulbs to plant more elephant ears and more caladiums, because I just love a lot of caladiums. So this is the way things are looking now. My passion fruit vine that I've been tending for 2 years, and she's yet to blossom for me even once. She's all over everything. And these guys doing great. I love elephant ears. Love them. Hibiscus. This hibiscus is not happy here. Really should be moved to a better spot. This is east it's facing. It's a bit etiolated. It's not getting enough light, and it hasn't blossomed this year. I should probably document that the peacock coops are here. House needs pressure washing and painting. That is a jasmine vine all over that light pole. Smells fantastic in the summertime, in the evenings. When it's in blossom, actually spring more often. All right, that's how things are right now. No debris laying around. Managed to get it all cleaned up from Idalia and Debby. No wonder my hip is wrecked. Not healing very well. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go around this way. Calla lilies and a fern. There's another calla back there. Anyway, take you around on the tour. There are a few elephant ear bulbs in this bed, along with the caladiums. Not sure why this bed doesn't really want to grow caladiums like the other beds. I've planted it quite a lot of bulbs in here. The elephant ears like it. I'll be planting more elephant ear bulbs in there because the caladiums don't seem to like this bed. And then, mind you, I only planted the bulbs in here, well, months ago. But after that, if they do die back, I'm going to put in a couple of more, like probably 8 or 9 cubic feet of topsoil. Because it could be there's just not enough topsoil. This bed has deeper topsoil, and you see these guys are doing quite well. And I've planted that bed as densely as I've planted this one, and yet that bed has not taken off. And I've been taking care of them pretty much exactly the same. There's other things going on in this bed that I really adore. You see that vinca right there between the two caladiums and over there. Vinca, recumbent vinca, periwinkle. There's some more over there. It's so cute. It's pretty little flowers. Only grows about 4 inches tall. Creeps across the ground. I love that. And there's some elephant ears in here too. And I'll be putting maybe another bulb or 2 in. But these will grow much larger. I put them in kind of late, just like 3 weeks ago, but I figured they'd have time to get roots going well so that in the spring they'd emerge much stronger. So this is this side of the house and the field. You can see the burn pile out there, and there's way back there. There's one limb you can see the brown leaves of that's come down. Needs to be moved to the pile. But everything out there is clear. There's not a bunch of limbs laying everywhere. God knows there's not much deadwood in these trees. They've been blown and blown and blown. So, you know, I'm sure more will fall, but the trees are pretty blown out, you know, I mean, anyway. So I don't know how insurance companies get away with saying every time you spend money to clean up a mess after a storm that it is not a loss, okay? They don't call that a loss, but in order to keep from having a fire hazard with stuff laying everywhere after a storm, you got to clean it up, period. And it is a loss to have to pay somebody to come help you. That is a huge elephant ear bulb in the middle. I mean, it's huge. It's like 7 inches tall. Can't wait to see that up. And of course, the ubiquitous caladiums. There are more caladiums planted in the backyard too. I should probably document that as well. Now, let's see. I can't wait to plant this with ferns and stuff. That'll be fun. Doodly-doo. Doodly-doo. That's Solomon. That's the peacock you may recall a few months back nearly killed his daddy. I don't think he was trying to kill him. His dad probably jumped and banged his head into the ceiling of the cage and hurt himself. He's been acting a little oddly, in fact, since. I'm not sure he's quite all right. Anyway, you can see everything's nice and orderly back here, too. Out in the field, orderly. No debris laying everywhere. Not a lot around that can be picked up or hurled. Caladium beds are coming in. Those have only been in about 12 days, 2 weeks. And we've got one elephant ear here. I'll be planting this bed full of elephant ears, maybe a few caladiums. And there's Jesper back there. And he is looking over his right shoulder, which he seems to be doing all the time lately. I mean, he can turn and look the other way, but when he goes back to default positioning, he has his head turned. It seems he's looking over his right shoulder. It could be because he hurt his left eye pretty bad in that fight with his son, and now he's not seeing well with his left eye. So he's looking over his shoulder all the time, using his right eye to look ahead rather than his left eye. That could be. That just dawned on me. Anyway, and that's Mojica. And in here are Talisman up on the roost, and my little honey, Solowang. Solowang. One of the things I have to do today in storm prep is change everybody's water out so they have new, absolutely new water. That water's only a couple days old, but it grows algae fast. Solowang. Come here, baby. Come here. Solowang. Solowang. Sola. Solowang. Come here. She's so weird. She like goes into a trance. Sola. Why don't you move over here so I can reach you to scratch you, you silly chicken? Solar wine. Solar wine. Solar wine. Solar. She's a really sweet hen. Not a very good setter. She lays okay, but she doesn't want to set them. The other hen on the other side with Jasper is her mother, Mohica. My God, she's an egg-laying, egg-setting machine, that gal. Yes, Mohica, solar wine. Love you, Shola. I'm looking for a place in the countryside in Georgia where it's outside the city limits so that I can keep my birds, because they're imprinted on me and I can't imagine somebody else having them. And if I knew somebody else would have that kind of rapport relationship with them, I'd feel better about not having them, about giving them away or selling them to put them in such a good situation. But, oh, this stuff. You see this grass? Little seeds on it, they make little purple flowers, those that turn into seed heads. They call that the grass-looking stuff, not the other weedy stuff in between. They call this stuff pigeon weed. Now I'm going to tell you something. It is a perfectly good little grass that requires absolutely no care and grows like crazy. They call it a weed because it grows like crazy and you don't have to do anything for it, even in poor soil. Pigeon weed, they call it. Dove weed. I'm not sure, dove or pigeon weed. Anyway, it's great stuff. It makes little purple flowers. It grows thick and like crazy, and it's a good ground cover. Highly recommended. And I don't just say that because I have a buzz. Medical cannabis. The joys of medical cannabis. All right, I have to get ready for my storm preparations. Gotta get those done. We've documented everything going on here for, in case we need it for insurance claims or something later. So I'm gonna let you go. Bye-bye for now.